Hi, my name is Nate Levine, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of how Camino can be used to manage your business licensing process. As I'm sure you know, getting a business license can be quite complex, especially when you factor in all the different types of businesses, the rules around them, things like zoning. So with the Camino system, we've tried to build software that makes the application process as streamlined and as intuitive as possible, especially for a user who's maybe never gone through this process before. So you'll notice that this particular organization is using Camino for more than one thing, but I'll go ahead and select the business licensing option. And once I've done that, I'm presented with a series of different business types, different uses. And what's really cool and powerful about the Camino system is that depending on the type of business you specify that you're opening, you can create all sorts of different rules and requirements that are specific to that business type. So not every process here is going to look the same. But let's say I go ahead and select something like a gas station. I then, of course, am going to need to put in an address. I'll just go ahead and choose some address in the city here. Now, what's also powerful about Camino is that we can pull in GIS data. So if I select a location that's not zoned for a gas station, I'll be told that. I'll be told I'm not allowed to open that business there. Or if the location I'm looking to build the gas station in has certain rules that I need to meet before I can get my license, I'll also be told what those are. So moving past the address, I now am going to be asked a series of questions about my business, and these will help us figure out what requirements the applicant needs to comply with. So for example, if you're a food vendor, you might need to provide certain documentation. So let's say, yes, I'm going to be selling food at the gas station. Let's say I'll also be doing some retail. And I'll go ahead and answer some of these as well, like whether it's in a residential location. Do I have employees? And then we can just ask for some information like, say, a federal tax ID number. I'll go ahead and submit all that. Final thing I need to provide is an estimate of gross receipts. This will help calculate the fees I need to pay. And I'll go ahead and submit all of that information. So now I've been presented with a list of required steps that I need to go through before I can finish this application. These, again, are generated based on how I answered questions. So this list could change depending on things like whether I was selling food or whether I was doing retail. The first thing I'm going to need to fill out is some license information, things like the business name. And this is just showing some of the fields so that we can get through this a little bit faster. But you could, of course, set this up to capture however many fields you'd like. It's asking me for a health permit, so I'll go ahead and provide that. That's because I'm selling food. I'm going to need a seller's permit because I said I'm doing retail. And I'm going to need some workers' compensation information because I said I have employees. So in this case, I just need to provide a policy number and then an expiration date. And finally, I'm going to have a fee that I need to pay. And this is automatically calculated based on the information I put in as a $29 fee. And you can pay any fees here with a credit card. So once your fees have been paid and all the steps are complete, you can now submit your application for review. I'll go ahead and do that. Now, there's a lot more to the Camino system. There's back-end review processes, there's workflow, we can do task assignment, and a lot of other neat stuff. We'd love to show you how that all works. So if you're interested, just go to camino.ai and schedule a demo.